So this is something which happened in the early stages of my association with Bhagwan. One day it so happened that Swami was in Vrindavan. We were having night study hours. And an announcement is made on the public PA system. Any students who want to write letters to Bhagwan, they can come and leave their letters in the warden's office by 9 o'clock or something. And the next day was an examination day for us. And everybody in the room was busy studying. I was having a splitting headache. Whatever effort I was putting, I'm not able to concentrate on the book. So I thought, anyway, I'm not able to study. Let me at least write letters to Swami. Let me not lose that opportunity. So I took out a letter pad and started writing a letter. And when you're writing a letter to Swami, you don't just write something and send it. You think, you weigh every word, you contemplate what you would like to share. So it was quite some time, 10-15 minutes it must have taken for me to complete the letter. I put it in the envelope, went to the warden's office, delivered it there, and came back to the room. When I came back to the room, to my utter astonishment, I found that the headache is gone. And then something strange happened. There was my neighbor who also had heard the announcement, and all the time he was preparing for the exam, suddenly he closed his cupboard and rolled out his bed. I asked him, what happened? He said, I'm getting a headache. I want to sleep. I could not help but contrast the situation. Here was I with a splitting headache, and I said, forget exams, I will write a letter to Swami. And those few minutes that I wrote that letter, my headache disappeared. Here was, nothing wrong with that approach of my neighbor. He said, no, tomorrow exam is there and, duty is God and I must concentrate on that. So he thought, next time I can write a letter. Why spare any time for writing letter today? And by studying, he got such a headache, he could not study, nor could he even send the letter. So it taught to me a very important lesson, though in a very indirect way. When we are in the world and give our mind to the world, sometimes we get depressed, sometimes we get vexed, sometimes things don't happen the way we want, and then we lose our enthusiasm for life. But that mind, if the same mind is offered to the lotus feet of the Lord, He will give you all the joy and all the energy to fill every minute of your life, your personal life, professional life, spiritual life, everything, gets permeated with that divine energy. And that is what happens to you when you are connected to the divine. So never think, I used to always tell students, never think that the time you give to God or to Swami is a waste of time. It is not an expenditure. People in the world of finance, in the world of business understand it is not an expenditure, it is an investment. And when you make an investment, throughout life you will earn dividends, you will earn interest.